Hello, my friend. You know, you are stressed a lot of the time, and you allow that to happen. You continue to live in this way. Don't panic, because stress is pretty inevitable in life. It's not an enemy to be defeated, because it's actually a signal that you are engaging with life, that things matter, that you are focusing, that you are wanting to achieve something. So in that sense, it's good. You are not a machine. You are a human being making your way in the world and encountering all these uncertainties and all these difficulties and all these challenges, my friend. Never minimize or diminish what you have to accomplish every day. Some will tell you that it is nothing and that it should be easy, but it is not that way. It isn't. It can be very tough indeed. You encounter daily physical challenges. You know, just having to get up when you don't yet feel like it. Facing bad weather condition, making your way through traffic or on the underground, on public transport. Lots of pressure, lots of tension, lots of encounters with opposition and rivalry. Shopping in a busy supermarket for what you need in a pressurized environment and position. Or just sitting at your desk for hours on end, or standing in front of a classroom or in a shop, doing your job, standing in a loud factory, doing your job, with somebody looking over you, somebody putting their expectations on you. Oh, my friend, these are all lots of pressure. And then for many of us, when we come home, that's not the end of it. Then it starts again. You might feel crowded out by the other people in your family, and that adds stress. It makes it hard to unwind from your day of stress. It makes it harder to look after your family with a smile and with a gracious generosity. There are many, many demands on your effort and your good mood, my friend. And socially, this is true as well. You meet people all day long who are in a mood, and you try to absorb that or dance around it or work with it. There is a lot of conflict in every day of your life. There will be many other people who want to be dominant over you and who are pushy or who bully you. And to find the peace inside of you and to find the calm to confront it isn't easy at all. It will take you years of practice, but it is so important to work with that, my friend, because while stress is necessary in many ways, and you do need to feel that sense of tension to get to a certain level at which you can accomplish things, you also need to know how to balance it, how to get back to the homeostasis of your system, and how to get back to resting and recovering from all this stress. And that gets a great deal easier when you get good at maintaining an internal environment in which you can rely on finding peace and quiet, so that you can return to that calm, so much needed calm. You may spend a great deal of effort in your life masking your emotional upset or your feelings in relation to others, or in relation to yourself, or in relation to the tasks or to the environment that you move around in. And that too takes its toll. So what do you need to do? You need to learn to listen to yourself instead of suppressing your inner knowledge about what is going on, and not overestimate or underestimate the difficulties you're facing. Be compassionate with yourself. Be good to yourself. Be understanding of these pressures. But also know that it is up to you to handle them. It's up to you to absorb and process and be acute enough to deal with things, push back sometimes, get better at predicting the tensions and the problems, and therefore getting better at strategy to not get so flummoxed, so upset, so disturbed and perturbed and completely out of your center every day, my friend. And have a look at your spiritual challenges, because they too are very important. And if you put those into oblivion, things get a lot harder, because if you have a sense of the direction of travel and you have a sense of where you are going with it all, it is much, much easier to find your balance again. There are many questions raised by your everyday activity. Am I doing this well enough? Am I being seen for who I am? Are people appreciating me? Are they valuing me? Am I valuing them enough? Am I doing enough? Am I contributing enough? Should I be doing something else? Should I be doing the same thing in a different way? There are all these questions that are really philosophical questions that are being constantly stimulated in your daily life. What does it mean to be alive? How should I be alive? How can I figure out who I am? And how can I not be a victim in this world, or not be overwhelmed by my stress? How can I not be a doormat or a loser, and yet be kind as much as possible to others, to the world, to animals, to myself, to my life? How can I be moral and ethical and be aligned with life? That is the real question, my friend, that makes everything different in your life. So don't knock the cortisol effect. You need that stress, because stress, my friend, mobilizes your energy. It mobilizes the glucose in your system, and it focuses the brain on problem solving. It puts you on alert, and you need to be able to be on alert for many hours in your day. I'd say at least 8 hours. And this will tire you. And you need to manage it when you get tired, and instead of sagging or reverting to shortcut solutions like drugging yourself or stimulating yourself, you need to learn to restore your good energy, your recovery energy, your nurturing energy, your trophotropic energy, instead of just being in ergotropic energy all the time. And you need to learn to de-stress, to decompress. And that is so much easier when you are aware that this is a pendulum, that it is a swinging motion that is quite natural, and that your system is ready to take you from one side, the stress part of your day, to the decompression part of your day. And of course, then you will also have 10 hours of complete renewal and recovery when you sleep. And that is so important. And you will sleep so much better if you have been fully engaged and you have been fully decompressed and have taken the time to process all the difficulties of the day at the end of the day, either by yourself, by taking time to ponder, taking time to reflect, taking time to meditate, taking time to contemplate, taking time to be good to yourself and to comprehend what you have learned in the day. To learn to be in both these movements and to allow a natural balance between the two is a vital skill and a vital way of being to acquire, my friend. So keep listening to yourself. Keep feeling your feelings. Keep sensing your senses. Keep tuning in and keep remembering that you're on a path and that you can learn to do these things, because they're all very natural things to learn to do. And you've just gotten out of the habit, but you can recover that habit for yourself, my friend, and live with a great deal more balance than you did before. And it all becomes so much easier then. So take good care of your life. Taking good care of your life takes time to learn, and it takes your attention and your intentionality to be focused on that process, my friend. So, live with the good stress and live with the good de-stressing and with the good sleep as well. Take care, my friend.